Bill Belichick releases from the desk of Bill Belichick. I don't even think through official North Carolina communication channels that the CBS interview was a false narrative that was intended to make Jordan Hudson look controlling, give a false narrative about her during that interview, that it was selectively edited in selective clips to make her look bad and controlling of the interview. Now, LT, we talked yesterday about a TMZ report. TMZ, so good. She stormed out at one point. I guess that was 2 days ago. There was another twist yesterday. I can't remember what yesterday's twist was about, but it was something else in yesterday's twist.
You made me do it? Was that yesterday where she released the email?
No, that was because I was on the show. That was Monday when the email.
What was yesterday?
There was a twist yesterday, too. I can't remember what yesterday's twist was.
Well, how about this? I bet North Carolina is sick of this coming up. And you're coming off of 6 and 7. You're paying him a lot of money. You bring Michael Lombardi in. You're paying him a lot of money. Let's focus on Gio Lopez and what this offense is going to do this year.
I asked Andy Staples about, and Andy was talking about it on his podcast today, when he was on the show yesterday, about could this end up being North Carolina's Mike Price? Do you think he, the poll question, the betting, actually, I think you can place a bet on this offline at one of those offshore betting lines. Is Bill Belichick the coach at North Carolina in game 1 of 2026? So nobody's saying in 2025. But you're saying you think maybe some North Carolina people are starting to regret this. That's what I asked Andy yesterday. Is there any way this falls apart before the start of this season?
I don't know unless there's something really salacious. I mean, Mike Price, the interesting thing there is Mike Price goes from Pullman, not knowing what he's getting into, going to a high-profile place in Tuscaloosa in Alabama football. Bill Belichick is going way down.
He is.
You're going from, at one point, the highest profile organization in all of sports, maybe with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and now you're going to kind of a middle-of-the-run ACC program in North Carolina.
Andy made a great point, though. Andy said, the difference in those two situations, though, what was the title of Andy's show today? You were telling me, or what was Andy talking about his show?
I forget what it was. It did not mention Mike Price, but it got to that conversation.
Yeah. But Andy made the point, like the Mike Price situation was an athletic director hiring a coach that wasn't necessarily popular with the boosters. So the minute the boosters had a chance to get him out of there, they did it. In this situation, it was the boosters pushing for a coach that the athletic director didn't want.
Yeah, or the president.
Or the president. Yeah, they wanted to go John Summerall or somebody that was a college coach, and the boosters got enamored with Bill Belichick. So it's going to take the boosters getting upset about this to say, okay, we screwed this up. Let's get rid of it.
And again, I don't know what could be, involved that would get him out before they kick off against TCU on September 1st. The wins and losses, that'll take care of itself. If it's a disaster and they're 3-9 this year, then I could easily see something happen in the offseason. And I'm starting to think if there was something salacious about this chick, somebody would have found something out by now.
A lot of people are working on it. Several people have Freedom of Information Act with every correspondence between her and North Carolina officials. So they're looking for that. And Bill's a North Carolina official, so if he's doing it on a computer that is a North Carolina computer, you've got to turn that over because you're a state institution. So there's some stuff that could come out along the way here. CBS did respond, by the way, to the Belichick false narrative claim. No preconditions or limitations were put on our interview with the publisher. We double-checked before. We double-checked after. The publisher was okay with the interview, and that's what CBS says there. And then there's the New York Post, Brown.
So the story, as everybody is digging into who is this Jordan Hudson, the story begins this way. You guys tell me what this says. Bill Belichick's spry girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, has amassed a New England real estate portfolio worth about $8 million. She's 24, reportedly. $8 million real estate portfolio, all amassed within months of the fisherman's daughter meeting the 73-year-old expatriates coach.
So the fisherman's daughter,
that's Jordan Hudson,
meets the rich old man,
Bill Belichick,
starts using his clout and his credit line to build up a big land grab portfolio.
She learned from Pops how to bring in the big one, right?
She did.
Yeah, her net looks a little different than his.
That's right. So the story goes into great detail about all of the all of the houses she has bought and where they are. They've got photos. I mean, they have done a deep dive into this because it's all publicly available. So $8 million that she has racked up in all these houses, right?
So I don't know what the number is where she can cut loose of him. But even if she's got even if she's got a prenup now and can't tag any of his money, she's using his money to build up her own.
You saw what the Deion Brand did for Colorado and the money he's making now. What Belichick has done for Jordan Hudson, like she could cut bait right now and she's probably going to be just fine. Again, I said I wouldn't be surprised if you see an OnlyFans by Christmas.
As Yahoo says, Brownie, Deion stood tall while the noise whirled around him. Belichick is likely going to do the same. He's going to stand tall and make North Carolina must-see TV this year.
Yeah.
If you had him on right now, if he decided to jump on right now on the next round, what's the first question you'd ask him?
I think I would start with, how did you meet Jordan?
No, I think that's the question. Like, I think because Belichick was such a dick to media for so long, I think we all need to stick with this universal question until it gets answered. It easily could get answered. But why would you not continue to follow up on that? It's such a simple question.
We named our quarterback today, Gio Lopez. Anybody got a question?
Yeah.
How did you meet Jordan?
Yeah, good for Gio.
And then he just walks out.
So $8 million, 24-year-old, her reportedly only source of income is the chairman of Belichick Productions.
Right, which isn't a real production company. It's just something like I used to when I would play as a 11-year-old downstairs in my grandmother's house, just a created thing.
Right.
You say it's not real. Might be on his phone real.
All the purchases were made under an LLC. She was the borrower, Hudson was. So the LLC could be Belichick Productions. I don't know, but there are reports. But sometimes you just quit reading a story and you miss some things, right?
Yeah.
You would have in this situation too. Deep in the story after highlighting.
That wasn't the grenade.
That was the grenade. Okay. Deep in the story after highlighting all the purchases, after showing photos of all the houses she's purchased, going into the fact that she was the borrower and it was almost $8 million worth of purchases. We go to her backstory, and there's a little detail about her family I did not know. Hudson was raised in Hancock, Maine, to parents who ran a fishing business that went bankrupt after their fishing grounds were closed in 2000. Sad story. Her mother eventually moved to Provincetown on Cape Cod, where she manages a sex toy shop and museum.
Wow.
Here we go.
Interesting line of business.
Scratching the surface.
Yes. A sex toy shop and museum.
Yeah, a museum.
Museum is the one that, say, all right, there are sex toy shops out there, right?
Yeah.
But the museum aspect of it.
Yeah, what do you put in the museum?
Well, probably don't want to Google it.
See here in the glass, this is Rabbit 1, the 1.0.
Well, did we not? The state of Alabama had dildos banned for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you've got the first one that was ever banned from the state of Alabama. And who walks through there? And who has the balls to ask somebody, hey, do you want to go to the sex toy museum?
No, is it just a shop? Is there a museum? No, there's a museum.
Yeah. Second floor, we got rides.
Hey.
At least there's an educational floor. I want to learn something.
Hey, sadly, this place will probably blow up now because now it'll be like, I just went to see it because of Jordan Hudson. I didn't care anything about seeing a sex toy museum.
Yeah.
It's known in the sex world as the Smithsonian.
That's good.
That's good, right?
No, don't grow. Dunaway had two good lines there.
Yeah,
he really
Smithsonian
did.
is pretty good.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Look, some people's parents are mafia bosses, and they end up they're never in the mafia. They're not made men. They go do their own thing.
But it's easier to make that transition.
It is. I'm not just saying because her mom does this that it has anything to do with the daughter. I am saying that was a rather interesting line to bury at the end of the end of the article.
I feel really good. My speculation is it went from a more formal relationship to
casual.
to he kind of dug it a little bit. Again, just watching Nora.